Yo, what's up? This is the Squeegee Life, and we're here with Mark Tanner and Seth Byers. Tim Huber's here somewhere, and our guest for the evening, Bobby Walker. A journey of a new, is it a or the?
New
entrepreneur. New entrepreneur.
Yep.
So what's up, man? How you doing? I know you just got done doing a show yourself just a few minutes ago, and then previewed it for it to run the same exact time as our show's going on, which is, I gotta say, is, you know, a nice above board chess move by you.
Juggling down on views.
Maybe you should hit refresh again.
Yeah, maybe you should hit refresh.
Just for the record, the one I just did is a recorded one that I'll be uploading tomorrow night. So it's no competition. No competition.
Oh, okay. Well, you listen. We when we make jokes about competition and busting chops, that we're just busting chops. You know what I mean? That's really all it is. We just like to bust chops.
Well, I am very sensitive and do not enjoy stuff like that. So this is probably going to be a really bad.
It's going to be a terrible podcast
for you.
Yeah. So, I actually I have a few questions. You know, just to leading out the gate, because I would assume that most of our core listeners don't know who you are. You know, and I'm just assuming that. So I'm going to approach this with like, hey, nobody knows this guy. I would like to know, when exactly did you start your journey as a new entrepreneur? When did you start, and what made you decide to get into the business?
Okay, so that's actually a question I love answering. So let me ask you guys this real quick.
Okay.
Because I don't know how much of my stuff you've actually watched, and I won't be offended if it's none. You know, I get it, you know. But I talk a lot. Like, I'm a fucking talker.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
So, do you want like the short answers, or do you want the heady story?
We're here for 2 hours,
covered.
man. So, you know, I mean, I'm not saying you should tell us a 30-minute story, but, you know, if you could kind of give guys, like, because there are some folks that watch this podcast and listen to it, of course, that are just starting out, and you know what I mean? And, you know, maybe your story may be a little inspirational for them. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Just look. Okay. Just take it easy. Start at WrestleMania 14, where you fought The Undertaker.
Yes, that's all we want to know. I want to know, when you cut that promo on, Mr. McMahon, I would like to know, was that a shoot or was it a work?
Oh shit, you guys are funny. I can answer your question.
We're stuck on WWF stuff right now, man.
Yeah, still, man.
That's all we're doing during quarantine is watching WWF.
Shoot, so. I watch those wrestling shoot interviews. I can't get enough of them. They're just those 80s and 90s wrestling. You know, all those dudes, the way they lived their life was out of control, man.
Yeah.
So, you just want to go back and do it, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but go ahead, Bobby.
That's funny. Someone in the comments says, Bobby Sellout Walker. I don't even know who he is, but I got something for you right here, bitch. So, listen, to answer your question, it's actually, I love telling the story just because it was like, at the time, it felt like the worst thing that could have happened to me, but ended up being the best thing ever. So I'll try to keep this somewhat condensed. But ultimately, I was a dude that I grew up very poor, and I'm pointing at my head for anyone that's just listening, poor mentality, small town Oklahoma, white trash, if you want to call it that, whatever, kind of the stuff I came from. And so I barely graduated high school, got a job in a factory, right out of high school. And that was kind of my life. You know what I mean? It was just like that was going to be my thing. And I didn't have any like dreams, ambitions, all that stuff. I kind of had that typical like quarter life crisis around age 29, where I realized, holy shit, I don't have any dreams and ambitions, and I'm going to have to work until the day I die. And I didn't solve those problems, but I realized I needed to solve those problems at that point. And so I kind of started getting responsible, and coincidentally, luckily, got a good job as a technician for a security company, like not security guards, but like ADT, like security systems and stuff like that. And got around some of the right people. The guy that owned that company was a real solid dude. He mentored me, and I went from I was making $11 an hour as a forklift operator before that job, and then became a technician. And 6 years later, I'm the vice president and general manager of the state of Oklahoma, making pretty good money. And my head was spinning. I'm like, what the hell happened? I was a jackass 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Now I'm still a jackass, but not quite to the same degree anymore, but then I was like, okay, this is my thing. I'm going to try to climb this corporate ladder and do this, make this my career. And I thought that was going to be awesome. And it kind of was for a little bit as I was attempting to do so and having genuinely modest success. And a few mergers happened. I bounced around the part of the country a little bit. I started out in Oklahoma, and anyway, a few mergers happened, and I moved down here to Florida. And about 9 months after I got here, this was I started my business just a hair over 3 years ago. So just not even 3.5 years ago, I get a phone call from actually my best friend who was up in like middle management still, and said, "Hey, dude, an email just went out with this new merger that just happened, and of all the positions that are getting cut, and I looked at the Orlando branch, and your name's on there." And I had been foolish with my money because I had made decent money, but I also spent a decent amount of money. So I had nothing in the bank. I'm scared. I've got a wife. I'm 40. I'm almost 42 now. I've got, I've been married for almost 22 years, got 3 kids. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? And so I'm sitting here panicking, and I shit you guys not. I know whether you love him or hate him, I love the dude. I think he's a great guy. I'm sure you guys have all heard of Keith Kalfas before, right?
Yeah. Keith doesn't bother me.
Yeah. Well, I had stumbled across a video of his, shit you not, like 3 hours. Because I was looking for ideas because I wanted to start a business.
Right.
Stumbled across a video of his like 3 hours before I found out that I was losing my job. And it was his video where he walks through Lowe's and he says, here's how you can start a window cleaning company with no money. He's like, goes into Lowe's and he goes, buy this, 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 and this, $60. And then he said, charge this much for one of those windows. There, you've got a company. So 3 hours later, my buddy calls me. He says, hey, you're getting fired. So I'm laying in bed that night, staring at the ceiling. My wife's asleep next to me. My anxiety through the roof. And I just said, I'm going to go do what that guy in that video said to do. So the next morning I drove to Home Depot. My son, who was still in high school at the time, a senior in high school, he came with me. I pulled my phone out, pulled that video up on my phone, and we bought 2 of everything that Keith said to buy. And I literally printed off some business cards from my printer at home. And then we started a window cleaning company. And in year number 1, we did right at, I forget exactly, 130,000 in year number 1. Year number 2, we did.
What were you doing? Commercial, residential?
Mostly residential. So we started out doing like storefront stuff, but quickly abandoned that. And then we added pressure washing about 5-ish months into it as well. So, so like window cleaning today is like 25% of our revenue.
Right.
And I don't want to get the numbers wrong. If you go back and watch I'm going to say a wrong number, and then someone's going to watch a video that I posted in the past, and they're going to call me.
You know what I say to those assholes? Fuck you, dude. Get a life.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a life.
But yeah. So put it this way, I think year number 1 was like 120, 130. Year number 2 was like 350 ish, and then last year, I think it was like 520 or something like that. And I want to be real clear before everyone and anyone in chat or that's watching this. Frankly, my profit margin has not been high, but don't get profit margin confused with like, I'm paying myself, on profits, like what's left after that. But we've been in an aggressive growth mode. The goal this year was to do 1 million. We were ahead of pace to do that up until this goddamn coronavirus thing hit, and that's kind of kicked us in the teeth.
Right.
But the goal so we did $1 million in our first 3 years combined. We were on pace to do $1 million this year, and we're still going to try to do it, and we still got big plans. But I'm loving it, and so we're hair over 3 years into this, loving it. It's hard as hell, as you guys know.
Oh yeah.
But it's also very rewarding, and I can't ever see myself doing anything other than building my own business.
Well, I can tell you that is something Mark has said on this podcast about 1,000 times. If you want to, it's really easy to start a window cleaning business. It's the business side of it is very difficult, and getting efficient cleaning glass like a professional takes a little time. But just to get into the game, it ain't gonna cost you more. Yeah, sincerely, one guy maybe $100, maybe.
Yeah.
And that's like everything. You could even probably hook up an insurance policy and stay under $150. You know what I'm saying? Just for a general.
I got mine down to $33 right now for this shit. I cut down to $350,000 for this, so it's $33 a month right now for the insurance. Not horrible.
No.
So
I could swing that.
So Bobby, you're in Orlando, right?
Yeah, Orlando. Yep.
You're not that far from me. That's and there's some heavy. I'm in Palm Beach. There's you got some heavy hitters up there. You got A1 Oranges in there, aren't they? And
well, yeah, but they're more commercial. So like we're more residential. So I don't know any really big residential companies. Like there's Mallard Systems, which I don't know if you guys know AC.
Yeah,
Lockyer.
he does roofs. Yeah, that's the roof guy.
Yep. But I don't think they're as big as they used to be. I know they're not. Well, I say I know. I've been told they're not. But that's really and then there's like Squeegee Squad. They're here, but I don't know how big they are. Yeah. So I don't know if there's any big players. Like,
so
I might be one of the bigger guys. Down here maybe.
AC Locklear owns Mallard, whatever.
He did.
Oh, he did.
He started it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He started
that's probably
like
why.
20 years ago.
That's probably why they might be scaling back if he used to own it, because, it seems to me he's the soft wash systems guy or whatever that is. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you that the Mallard guy's been around for 25 years throughout all of South Florida. He was one of the first ones around that I know of that was giving like a 5-year warranty on the roof that it wouldn't grow mold again. The Mallard Systems dude. I don't know much about him. A buddy of mine that strictly soft wash has always spoke, very highly of the dude. I don't know. Like I said, never been into him. I also know of a buddy of mine that I went to high school with. Believe it or not, I saw him at a reunion. Was the sales manager for DNA. But these are high-rise. That's a high-rise window washing company in your area. So
yeah, I'm not familiar with them.
So the majority of your work now is it pressure washing? Do you is
the
that
majority of my work right now is not happening?
that's a fucking given there, because I think that's everyone in this. Everyone watching and everyone talking here, we're all under the same unfuck me umbrella. You know what I mean? So. I will say this, though. I've already gotten start dates back for most of my customers. 90% of my customers have already given me a solid start date. Like, no matter what, come back and start doing them again. So that's really great. I've gotten a really good response from my pre-existing residential customers. They were really responsive to, like, hey, it sucks. Can you, like, give me some money? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My email, I said, hey, it's spring a little early. I will give you, I was given 10% discounts and stuff like that. I was taking like $50 off a service, essentially. You know what I mean? So it was really, it was nice. But there is still that that lag that none of us are used to. Everyone's used to being like, man, I'm the shit right now. I'm gonna make all the monies. and that's not happening right now.
Deep.
Yeah, deep schedules. You don't know what you're gonna do with all the money you're gonna make. Are you gonna go and buy the gold fanny pack with the matching rainbow suspenders, or aren't you? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know.
Well, that's a badass fanny pack.
Dude, that fanny. When I gotta tell you, when first meeting you, and you were having a good time. You were having a really good time.
I'd had some drinks.
But it was something special to see this big ass corn-fed bald-head guy with a Mickey Mouse t-shirt on, some shorty shorts, a gold fanny pack, and some super dope suspenders. I was like, this guy knows how to have a good time. Do you remember meeting him, Seth? I mean, Seth is actually on the podcast too, a.k.a. Lewis Coatney Light, a.k.a. Bearded Guy, a.k.a. used to be the sexiest man in window cleaning. Seth Byers is unkempt, doesn't speak. What's going on, bro? Do you remember meeting Bobby?
Yeah, no, I remember meeting him. I remember the gold fanny pack. Yeah,
you might have been too busy holding hands with fucking Fluff Daddy to realize that Bobby was even in the room.
Do you remember the Hetty story? Did you guys hear the Hetty story?
No.
Oh my God, I might have to tell that a little later, but right now's not the time. So
now's not the time.
Yeah, it's a big story, but hey, real quick to answer your question, we are like 98% residential with a plan to start going into commercial, not changing from resi, but adding commercial to the business.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like before this started happening, that was my plan this year as well. Is like I'm really going to redouble my focus on commercial work because houses are so independable, and then this happens, and it's like, man, I am so glad that I have all this residential work in my schedule. Those 252 residential customers are nice. You know what I mean? Those reoccurrings, that's a real nice thing when you run into situations like this. You know what I mean? I don't know. Everyone's protesting now. They're gridlocking Michigan up. They're everyone's tired of it
right now, dude.
Well, Michigan went super hard on like all their restrictions. Like, can't go to your second house, can't fucking buy like gardening shit. It's like they're losing their minds over there.
Well, that's a hot topic in my area too, because this is vacation land and nobody really lives here. They just kind of like come here for like 4 months and then they leave again. You know what I mean? So we're really dependent on the vacationer's dollar bill. You know what I mean? This is where there's a huge amusement park here. There are giant fuck me.
He sure does like Skype now, don't he?
Yeah, fuck me. All right, Bobby, I'll stop talking if you want me to.
I'm kidding.
Bobby's figuring out Skype and decided to start sending me private messages.
Done hijack
talking.
It's his show now.
Yeah, this is my fucking show anyway. No, but this isn't the fucking Bobby show. Whatever the fuck that's called. What is it called?
Right.
No, it's what is it?
Well, you just go to nobitchzone.com and learn all about it.
That's what it is.
Stone Cold Podcast.
The Stone Cold Podcast. The Broken Skull Ranch is what it is. Broken Skull Ranch Radio. Check it out, guys. So go subscribe now. Stone Cold will be there. But anyways, there's islands here. I mean, it's we're right on Lake Erie, so everyone's coming up here. They're boating. They got a big ass house on the water. It's a second home, and there's people like, hey, we don't want you here. How can you tell somebody who spent $2, $3, $4, $5, $6 million on a waterfront home, don't come to your house? Bitch, get the fuck out of here, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're not allowed to work in your yard. What do you mean I'm not allowed to work in my fucking yard? Why can't I buy?
Crazy.
That's insanity. So I can see why people are starting to flip the script.
When do you think Cedar Point will actually open? Because we can't have
you know what, dude? They're actually, and this is crazy, dude. They're actually saying now that their season 2020 season pass holders are now they're gonna be able to use their season passes in 2021. So it's kind of sounding like they're thinking they may not even open.
Yeah, we're supposed to go to Disney, and
Man, bro,
that's not happening.
that's super sketch, man. You know, and I know
think Disney's
you
gonna
spend a
open
lot of time at the amusement park, don't you, Bobby? You're an avid Disneyland guy. I always hear you like, I'm going to Disneyland to eat.
Yep.
Is that legit? Are you going to Disneyland to eat? That is fucking great, dude.
15 minutes that way.
That's
You
awesome.
go to downtown. You go into downtown Disney, right?
We go there. We go there a lot. We got season passes to Disney World though, so we go to the parks as well. But we actually it's actually old timer. It's not called Downtown Disney anymore. It's Disney Springs. But
I don't know if you're aware or not, but fucking Mark owes Jesus lunch money. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just not. I'm like. Let me explain. Remember how now they say 6 foot space, right? 6 foot space. I'm a 12-footer space because I was already at 6 when they implemented that, and I don't like going to theme parks where I got fucking 30 fat foreigners with skin tags that are fucking winking at me. They're so fucking
the skin tag thing's a real problem.
Yeah, smelling like a fucking Greek sandwich.
Yeah. Now let's see. I love that stuff. You know, I'm an extrovert. You know, I love doing all that shit. So.
Yeah.
First of all, I would like to point out that you're like maybe 5'5" tall, so like 6 foot or 12 foot.
I can't get on the big rides. That's right.
It does not matter.
Oh, he's just mad because he can't ride anything.
Yeah, yes, he's short man complex.
Yeah.
Short man's poor guy. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, you know
come up with little arms like wee.
That's great.
Jason posted a picture on Squeegee Life with a bunch of midgets standing there, and I'm like, I know my head's gonna end up on one of those fucking people.
I didn't do you dirty like that. I didn't do you dirty like that. I didn't do you dirty like that. Yeah, I didn't do that. I wouldn't do that. So are you restocked now, Bobby? Or
yeah, I got.
I feel like.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Are you sure?
I'm ready to go.
All right, I'm just checking to see if you're all right. You're staying hydrated throughout this whole thing.
Yeah, well hydrated. I got the. Now this is gonna sound worse than it really is, but there's 4 shots in this. There was 4 shots in the other one, but.
Man, that seems perfectly reasonable to me.
It's kind of weak stuff. It's Cruisin' rum. It's kind of the sweet stuff, and it's not high alcohol content.
Right? So. Yeah. I mean, but even if it wasn't, I mean that's a big blast. That's a big blast. That's over 2/3.
Gallons of Tito's at a time right now in this house.
Oh, Tito's
just trying
is so
to get
good.
Through.
Yeah, Tito's is probably my favorite vodka. Yeah.
Yes, I'm a huge fan of Tito's.
Last night was my 80s power ballads night in the garage.
Lord. When is that not? When is that not a fucking thing? So
Leah was pissed.
You're the meaning in my life.
Yeah.
Like when you guys were when Mark was calling in, we were in here jamming. She was having her 80s power ballad night tonight. So it was like,
That's
what
great,
the fuck
man.
do you do?
Yeah.
We ain't got shit to do.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm glad I'm not your fucking neighbor. That's all I'm going to say.
He says
he was going
listen,
wonderful.
First of all, let's get this out of the way right now. Stop, Tim. Any day that ends in Y is a power ballad 80s night for Tim Hughes.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
Well, it should be.
Everyone
honestly,
knows
that era right now. That's all I'm thinking about is that time right now. That's right. Super quirky.
Yeah, rumor has it Tim has a karaoke machine in every room of the house.
Yeah. Not a nice one either. The real small one. The real small one. One speaker. You know, it's got the flashing disco light in the front for ambiance. Every room.
It's blue and yellow, and it says Fisher Price, my first karaoke.
Yeah.
Right there it is.
Oh, Timothy. Hey, what's up, Jersey? How you doing? Does anyone? Does anyone have any questions for Bobby? I seen someone up here said, if I may ask, how much of your business did you give to your investors? I'm assuming that's to Bobby.
God damn it, Don. Yeah, Don, you always ask me that question, and I'm going to tell you the same thing. That's one of the few things that I'm pretty open, but that's kind of a private one for me. So it's more than 1%, less than 99, somewhere in between. But no, I'm not.
Are you being trolled?
No, I'm not being trolled.
Oh.
Don, he watches my stuff too.
Oh, I was gonna say because we could definitely flame him
No,
if that's
no,
what
no.
you were looking
When
for.
I saw that comment, I thought it was a troll comment.
Yeah, yeah.
No, he's a good dude. He's a good dude.
Okay, all right.
So last year, actually, it was last April.
Mm-hmm.
I brought on two guys, but they're partners. Brought on a couple of investors. More so, I got some money. They got some equity. The thing for me, the money honestly wasn't even like a big deal. It was having. I wish, right? No, honey, no, he's kidding. He's kidding. No cocaine.
Yeah.
But my point though is I needed these guys because I feel like there's a saying that do you want to own 100% of like a grape, or do you want to own like 70% of a watermelon? And because I was looking at getting these investors, and these two guys are geniuses. Like one of them still owns and operates a few service business. Well, he doesn't operate it. He's the owner. He has a CEO. Mm-hmm. They do about $4 million annually. The other guy, he bought a carpet cleaning franchise that was doing $360,000.
Okay.
When he sold his company, it was doing $18 million a year. Oh, he was in multiple states. So I've got these two guys that are now on board with my company. They bought enough equity where they have some skin in the game, and they're motivated to want to see me do good.
Right.
So I talked to them because I actually approached them. I'm like, hey, are you guys interested in investing? And they're like, hey, let's do something like this. And then I got cold feet. I'm like, nah, I like owning all of it, blah, 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 And then I got to thinking more about it. I thought, you know what? Never in my life have I said to myself, one of my life goals is to own 100% of a pressure washing company. Like that's never been a goal of mine.
Right.
But I do have other goals. Like I always say my why is a fruity drink on the beach. I want to have enough money and time to do cool shit like hang out on the beaches and theme parks and the Keys and all this stuff here in Florida. Mm-hmm. So that 70% of a watermelon, like my pride of not, I'm using that 70% as an example, but my pride, I'm like, I'm going to get the pride out of the way and own the big old hunk of a watermelon instead of owning 100% of a grape. And I think I could probably grow a business just as big without their help, but there'd be a bigger learning curve because they've been there, they've done that. So they're helping me out, along the way. So that's that. So Don, I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to tell you. Feel free to ask again. I don't hate you, but yes, he is not trolling. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he said so there. I was just checking because we don't like that.
But yes, I can purchase my shares back, Don. That's all built. We have an agreement. So
yeah. We troll, but not during live streams. That's not nice.
No.
And no, guys, I have not been noodling before, but I know what it is. I'm from Oklahoma.
I think we used to fuck with Luke pretty good back in the day on live stream.
Yeah, we used to.
But besides
noodling,
Luke,
now that's from the South. Yeah, that's some Mike Nichols. I don't know if he's being honest or not, but Mike Nichols definitely needs to do like an outdoors YouTube channel. That dude is the best. He's always frying something he just caught like a few days ago, or like smoking like bologna or something.
He fries everything.
He fries everything. Yeah. He wears bib overhauls. He's got probably the most epic beard you'll ever gonna see, and he smells really fucking good. Like he smells so good, dude. Doesn't he? Doesn't he, Seth? I mean, and he gives really good hugs.
Yeah,
he gives great hugs. And he smells like he's got his own fragrance.
That just took a big left turn.
Well, I don't. Listen, that's
hunter, fisherman, fucking man's man, and he smells divine.
He smells fucking delicious, man, and he's a good hugger. And he actually gave me a bottle of his cologne too, and he's actually mixed it up for it and sent it to me, man. Yeah. So like I get every once in a while ode to Big Squeegee every now and then,
It was like brute with a hint of ass or something.
No, it's more like
Old Spice, motherfucker.
It's Old Spice and. Old Spice and burnt Vaseline. Shut the fuck up. It's Old Spice and fucking burnt Vaseline. That's what it smells like. That's what it smells like. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's all good, Don. Don't sweat it. I was just asking because we like to know who's being mean and who ain't being mean. So it's all good, man. Thanks for asking the question. I just wasn't sure. I like to make sure that when people ask our guests questions, that I make sure they get to see them or hear them. So anybody want to buy a computer?
Yeah, I love Josh.
Yeah, I can be honest with you guys.
Dude, you can get a printer with 256 colors.
Yeah, dude. I just love that whole video. You know what I mean? I think
good.
Yeah, I just think it was beautiful. It was beautifully done by me. If I could pat myself on the back a little harder, I would. But
my favorite part actually wasn't even Perry. It was Chris's laugh.
Yeah, Chris's laugh.
He showed me that video in Branson.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, look at the detour I made. He showed me that, and it's like he's the fucking Joker.
Yeah,
I just loved it.
Yeah.
It was too funny.
Does anybody know if those computers that had on the back of it where it said property of the Australian government, they took an hacksaw blade and scratched it out?
Unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever know. That finding that piece of footage was absolutely golden. I mean, that's probably. I mean, who in a million years would have ever thought we would have found that?
I wish I would have found it first. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it's really good.
I wish I would have found that
good.
first.
I
That's
just
get a lot of views. We should promote the shit out of that video.
That needs to go anal.
You
Yeah.
may have to post that.
It needs to go
You have to
anal.
upload that to Facebook so we share the shit out of it.
it's
Oh,
already
hey guys,
out there.
I just got a Facebook message.
Yeah.
Eric Bland says, "Tell TJ he's a bitch." So I don't know what that means.
Yeah. He does. Yeah. Eric.
Eric's our hero.
Yes. I
We
feel
love
like
Eric.
I feel like one day I will aspire to that level of greatness.
One day.
Like one day.
I mean, I want to know how to make T-shirts from my house.
Yeah.
Come on.
All you gotta do is ask me. I make them myself. See?
Oh yeah.
Well, I feel like Eric is doing really well. I'm really happy for him. He likes to clean his motorcycle with his pure water system. He's just a great guy, man. Just a solid stand-up dude, that guy.
Oh,
TJ, how's it feel to know that he's got like 10 times more subscribers than you?
I feel like, I feel like I'm living life on my own terms. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, he's repping India hard.
Yeah,
man.
he's
I
repping
think he
India
is,
mad
too,
hard,
yeah.
kid. Mad hard, kid. He's got mad India followers, man. They just shing. They might even call you and tell you that you're late on your credit card payment. I mean, it could be, and then they what?
with people slamming his dick on the counter when he's talking to people, just bragging about how many subscribers and shit he has on his YouTube. Like I'm a guy on YouTube. I do this and this and this and this.
This is the way.
He's got that high voice.
This is
I
the
gotta
way. This
Mark,
is
you
the way
gotta
I
do
look
this.
at it.
Yeah, I have to watch them, but that means I got.
Hey guys, this is Eric Bland. I'm keynote motivational speaker Eric Bland, and I
He's
just
got
want
that high. It's kind of weird.
Oh, man,
Isn't
I
that the
can't
guy
believe-
that was giving advice on how to save a few bucks to buy a fucking Happy Meal or something like that? Yeah, he was. I think so.
Oh my god! I can't believe you guys are flaming Eric right now,
he called
dude.
me on the phone one time.
Back in.
He called me on the phone. He's probably gonna call me on the phone after
He's
this.
called me on the phone. He's gonna try to destroy our businesses through whatever.
Dude, he
whatever.
went to my Facebook business page, Bobby, and fucking left a negative comment. Of course, gave me a 1-star review, and then every single review that I had 20 reviews on my Facebook page. I had almost a solid 5-star rating, and this dude fucking put a negative, like, you should never use this guy. He bullies me on YouTube. He doesn't know how to clean windows, on every single one. And he didn't copy and paste, Bobby. He wrote a specific,
Oh my god.
raging review of you should never use this guy. Go to his YouTube channel. He's a piece of shit. And most of my reviewers are people that I've been servicing their homes and businesses for over a decade. You know what I mean? And they're like, yeah, we know he's a piece of shit, but he's good at cleaning windows. You know what I mean? Essentially what I'm saying is they didn't actually do that. What I'm saying is my customers are like, all right, dude, whatever, But it was just, I had to pull all my reviews off of Facebook, you know what I mean, until that was fixed. You know, he's just he's a strange bird. I'm really upset that you guys brought him up here because now I'm gonna have to deal with that fucking shit. You know what I mean? So that's gonna suck. But yeah, I just that I'm not a big fan of that. You know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of that really gimmicky bullshit artist type of thing. Like, you know, I'm trying to sell you a ShamWow or the fucking Slap Chop or something. It's like, get the fuck out of here, bro. You know what I mean?
You all the toys my girlfriend bought me.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh boy.
How do you like my girlfriend's new condo?
Dude, listen, Eric. That's Tim that's saying that, not me. So Bobby and Tim are the ones that brought you up. You know who Bobby is, apparently, I'm sure.
Dude,
and you, of course, know who Tim is. All of your questions and grief should go that direction. Stay away from my business page on YouTube, on Facebook.
He stopped bugging me.
Yeah, he stopped bugging me too. He stopped bugging me too.
Dude, I ain't got shit to do. I'll wait till I ain't got shit to do. He wants to fuck with me, I'll fuck right back.
I can tell you this right now.
I can make that my full-time job at that.
That went away rather quickly when he actually called me and I told him straight up. I actually have family that live in his town. Like I got some goons up in Michigan, you know what I mean? There's some the goon squad is from Michigan. The goon squad part of my family lives in Michigan, and it just so happens to be like they could drive over to his house. And I told him that, you know, street, the whole 9 yards, and he was like, "Oh, okay, well this guy, like I'm tagging myself at the Eagles Club, the Fraternal Order of Eagles, inviting him out for a beer, you know what I mean? Like 5 minutes from his house, you know what I mean? So he was like, you know, that shit, he pumped his brakes really, really quick, you know what I mean? He was really sorry, and we worked it all out. And you know, nothing
but get him more views anyway.
Every time he's a great guy. I really like Eric.
Listen, guys, you need to hire life coach and motivational speaker Eric Bland for your next McDonald's birthday party or whatever. He's really, really good. Lots of reviews.
Hey, I'm doing that right after I buy the Backflip Boy package or whatever. So that's second
Come
on my
on,
list.
Tim. You gotta stop being a hater, man. You gotta. You're always hating on these motherfuckers that are swaggy docious, all drippy and shit. Eric Bland has got the most drip. The Backflip Boy's got more drip than you got drip, and now you're hating on them both. Bobby's hating on Eric because he's got more.
I'm
drip
not hating on
Bobby.
Eric. I love.
You're not.
Son of a bitch.
Are you saying that you're drippier than Eric?
I love
Bland?
those little retarded bastards.
So I mean, honestly, I need you to tell me: do you think you got more drip than Eric Bland? Are you more swaggy?
I think I'm too old to know what drip means. So
good answer.
Well, here it is. If you drip, squeeze the tip.
I don't know if I do. You know what?
I do at this age. I don't drip.
That is.
I feel bad for Eric. I think Eric.
He just has. He needs attention.
I feel like
I think he has a. Never mind.
The worst thing.
He's definitely probably bipolar.
Listen, Tim. Listen, the worst thing that could have happened, Tim, and everyone else listening here, is Keith Califast catching him out cleaning windows and getting him on camera. That was famous. That right. Not so much, because how foolish he looked.
Yeah, he
made himself. He made himself in the window cleaning community. When we heard that interview, we were like, "Motherfucker, shut up, bro!
Yeah.
Stop
it!"
It's
like
bro,
2,000 houses a year.
Dude, there's
4,000 houses.
Hey,
dude, please stop, bro.
He's got that famous 17-inch Sorbo, man.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Oh man, that is rather weird that Jersey's picking on people.
Unicorn.
Bobby's out
Jersey.
Here.
What the hell, man?
Yeah, Jersey's out. Yeah. Jersey comes to our podcast to throw shit.
Yeah, Jersey's spending too much time inside. I can't ride my bike.
I actually slowed down on my drink. I'm like,
you can't do anything. You can drink water and have Tito's.
Yeah,
I think he's having Tito's right now.
Tito's is amazing.
Yeah,
I'm going to get another gallon tomorrow morning.
Good for you. So what are you doing? What are you, both of you drunks down there? I really feel like it's really good that you guys are still boozing hard. You haven't given up. Tim, Bobby, I guess too, is a big boozer apparently. So all you guys still boozing it up. That's great. I like the fact that you're exercising your rights as an American. You're going out and getting essential products from the store, and you're contributing to society and keeping our economy afloat. And I feel like that, in a nutshell, is a very American and patriotic thing to do. So keep boozing. I think it's great,
man.
Hashtag
America.
Hashtag America.
I got a question for Bobby. So if you're primarily pressure washing, are you 50% soft wash, 50% pressure wash, or which way does that go with your company?
I couldn't give you that number, but the only thing we actually use pressure on is concrete. We'll clean driveways and stuff. So like, if I was a betting man, driveways and sidewalks are probably between 5 and 10% of our revenue. So like, we're doing house washes, we're doing roof cleaning. We've started doing paver sealing as well. That's the vast majority of our stuff.
Oh yeah.
But 25% of our revenue is windows. So I mean, windows is a healthy portion of the business.
Right. Well, I'm sure there's not a lot of overhead there.
It's a package. It packages together so perfectly. How could you not? If you're only doing windows, you're leaving money on the table. If you're only pressure washing, you're leaving money on the table. You might as well.
That's what happened with me. We started out
down there in a few years, like coming to hang out with you guys. So I know
I'm down.
I'm going to be doing. I don't know what's going to be left up here, man. After this bullshit's done, I don't know.
Squeegee's going to be left up here. Me and Joshua Schoaf, we'll fucking do it. Get out of here, motherfucker.
My aunt's looking to just
take your whole ass to Florida.
We got Sure Shine down there. I might as well come down there and build the shit.
Sure Shine your ass down the street. Sean Webb will do all your windows up here. He's got you. Hey, Sean Webb says if you ain't got nothing to do, Tim, come do some construction cleanups with him. What's up, bro? Go do that. Go hit you some glass up, bro.
He unfriended me on Facebook because of my political
Bobby is not a drunk. Wild West Wash Services. Who is that, Bobby?
He's one of the guys that watches my stuff. He's got another line coming up, but I'll go ahead and spoil it for him. I have this pond over by my house here in my neighborhood, and since I can't go to Starbucks and work on my computer or anything during the day, I now take a beach chair and I set up my laptop and work from there.
Nice.
And it was before noon, and I'm over there and I was drinking a beer, and and I said, guys, here's the deal: drinking before noon does not make you a drunk; it just makes you a pirate. And I'm a motherfucking pirate. So,
dude, I fucking love it, man. Yes, dude. I mean, I'm all about swashbuckling and shit, you know what I mean? And tomfoolery and skullduggery. I like all that shit. I'm down with all of it, man. I think
skullduggery, yes.
Skullduggery is, the way to live life. You know what I mean? That's, I mean.
Guys, if you have any serious questions for me, you need to get them out because
this is not the Serious Questions podcast, but you're welcome to ask serious questions. And Bobby, being the serious of the five of us right now, he'll answer them. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't necessarily want to. I'm just saying I don't got much left is all. That's all.
So they are revolting in Michigan, Bill Jordan. That is correct.
That's awesome.
Tim, are you a conspiracy guy?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Sean says he likes you, but he just can't do your conspiracy stuff. You know what I mean?
Tim, I've been watching the conspiracy shit lately. I'm not down the rabbit hole, but I've been looking in that thing, and I'm like, what?
There's just something more. It's just crazy. It got too political too quick.
Do you think JFK is alive? JFK Jr.?
No, God, no. No, it ain't nothing like that rational. It's just politics, man. It ain't nothing crazy. It's just politics. It's a power grab.
See, I can talk politics all day long and stuff with someone that doesn't want to make it personal insults. You know what I mean? It's because I can disagree with you and be cool with that as long as we're being civil, But yeah, sometimes you just gotta kind of cut ties, depending on how that.
I just stopped watching the news for a couple of days, and it's relief.
I don't know necessarily if I believe the virus is very real because I have two people that are here in the podcast with me that have loved ones that have been sick with it. So I'm not saying that, but I really do feel like there is a very good opportunity for the government to do something when we're not looking because they've done it before. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing.
If you went through 9/11, you're watching the same thing happen again. I mean, it's the same shit we went through after 9/11.
No, this is way worse.
Yeah. But it was a power grab at that point. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. just because you don't know everything, I'll quote somebody who does a lot of videos. Doesn't mean just because you don't know something doesn't mean they're lying to you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't know a lot yet. Okay. Do I believe this came out of a fucking bat? No, I think it came out of that lab. They were careless. Okay. I believe that they thought they could keep it under wraps and it fucking escaped.
Yeah,
okay?
I think we had this. I think we had this here. I mean, you could almost China's saying we did it. You know, and I know we don't trust China and all that shit, but
Listen,
I mean, I get it. There's two sides to every quarter, though.
Well,
you know, who's lying right
this
now?
is the thing, man. It's pretty much a solid deal now that, you know, I mean, these are facts, and that's what's the real issue with all of this is that we're past we're past the facts part of this pandemic. Now we're just into conjecture and like what's gonna cause the most people to watch our TV show. You know what I mean? That's what it's turned into now. It's all clickbaity bullshit now. You know what I mean? But that shit came from China. There's no question. That's where it came from. You know what I mean? There's no question.
It probably arrived here earlier than we thought too.
Because I don't know if anyone. Yeah,
I had that shit. I had that shit.
Well,
middle of February to middle of March.
They were in. Nancy Pelosi and Cuomo were down in Chinatown and like what was it? March, late September, early October, talking about come to Chinatown. There's no. Don't worry about the virus. It's all good. Now,
I think that was in February. I think they were doing that in February.
Well, either
is it just
way,
me or is Seth like Bert Kreischer?
Bert Kreischer?
I wish.
Take your shirt off, dude.
My gut's getting close.
Take your shirt off.
What's scary is North Korea, man. They have no COVID. I mean, what did they do to those people? What happened to the? Because you don't give a shit. You'll just slaughter a million people and you don't care.
Tim, I'll tell you right now. My cousin is a very proud member of the military police force, and he is stationed over in Korea right now. And he's an army dude, and he told me straight up, he's like, it was just like another day at the office around there. You know what I mean? The pandemic, dun 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 dun, go buy all the fucking toilet paper shit was not going on over there. It just that's not what was going on. Now China, they was like, you know, barricading people in their homes, like fucking, you know, barring them in their house and shit.
I'm talking about North Korea. And that crazy fuck.
Listen, bro. They just
the guy that does not have an asshole.
I don't want to see anybody die, man. I don't want to see anybody die.
Listen, that dude's digging holes and pushing people in them. That's what he's doing.
Numbers?
Huh?
Why are they padding numbers? Why they at 30?
China?
No.
New York. Why is New York at 3,700?
Because they get money. Because every death that's corona, they get money for it.
What if it's? I mean, that's what's going to keep us in this longer.
Dude, look. I'm going to explain to you why, Tim. This is no conspiracy. Cuomo stood up there and said, I need 40,000 ventilators, 40,000 fucking beds. Trump leapt into action, gave him 10,000 ventilators and a fucking floating ship full of fucking beds. And guess what? He didn't need a third of it. Yeah. It was a way to bury. Okay? That's how political it got. It was a way to bury Trump and throw rocks at him. Okay? Look, it's horrible the amount of people died. It's horrible the amount of people that have it. But guess what? Thankfully, it wasn't as bad as they thought. It's still a fucking war zone, dude. That's one place you don't want to be.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. Okay.
Well, I threw that post up today asking about, because I don't know anybody that has it. You know, who knows?
Guys, I'm going to be right back.
Yeah, sure.
There's people out there. I mean, there's a lot of people on Facebook with family members, or they've got personal friends that have died from this shit. So, it's real.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting scenario. There's no question about that. I can't say to what extent people are sick and not sick.
We're along for the ride no matter what. So
I'm just telling you guys, from what I see in my small town, there's how many? 12 million people, 12 million people in Ohio. I think we're still, we're still under 5,000 deaths, correct? And that might be an overestimate, you know what I mean? So there doesn't seem like there's a lot of people that are passing away, but I do feel like this might have been something that we were affected with a lot sooner than what we thought. I swear, I think Mark had it.
I might have. I mean, dude, I'd like to think it kicked my ass worse than that did.
No. Well, no, because they're gonna have the test, and they're gonna have to test everybody to see if they have the antibodies.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Ain't nobody fucking testing me for shit. That's the first thing. The second thing is you're not injecting me with shit neither. I'm not getting injected, and you ain't
not
testing
giving me no fucking.
Nope.
Yeah, none of that.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
I'll run the risk. I don't give a fuck. No.
No way. No way. You're not.
Not
no
the
way.
first round. Not the first round.
Dude, not even the second round, my man.
Guy. I've never taken a flu shot in my life.
There's no way
I got it one time.
you are injecting me with anything. Bobby Walker, Wade Paget, TMDS Pressure Washing in Texas says, "What's up, man?"
What's up, Wade? How you doing, bro?
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't like I said, this is a very real situation. I don't want to go Tim Huber on it because people are going to be mad at me.
My health department's right down the road. Our health department for the county's right down the road. And you go by there, and in the back area, there's a fleet. I'm talking more than cops, more than every fleet of health inspector cars, dude. They're hiring like crazy. They've been doing this for years. But I mean, they've got so much money, and now they're like, she controls us right now. It's not the governor. You know, we're under a medical. So everything's medical right now. You know, it's got nothing to do with because we've lost all the constitutional rights. We can't assemble. We can't do all that shit.
The problem with losing the rights is that a lot of times they don't come back. That's the problem I have with it. You want to keep us locked down. You want to keep us from doing certain things. I understand a certain aspect of that. But when you lose rights, they don't seem to come back. And I have a fucking huge issue with that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I got arrested for that ID law. Where you have to, if they get, you know, I don't know if it was legit at the time.
Was it that cross-dresser trans thing walking in the wrong bathroom?
I got arrested at IHOP 2 o'clock in the morning, bro. Yeah. Like trying to fight 6 dudes. I was like,
Tanner is the worst human being.
I'm a horrible person.
You're the worst guy in the world, Mark. I want to tell you, as far as dudes go, you're the fucking worst one that's ever been. I mean, I gotta tell you.
All right, listen.
Anyway, that's what I got.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. This is a great conversation, all. But I want to know, Bobby, are you seriously down to get your ass beat on fucking Madden? I mean, are you serious about it?
Oh my god, bro!
Because I'm thinking now that I might just buy Madden 19. Oh, don't you shush me! How dare you? How dare you shush me? How you just? He's about to cut a wicked promo.
You don't want to, man. You don't want to.
Before you go out on this game show tangent, can you turn the camera on and off? Because I can't see you on one of my screens.
Yeah.
Just turn it on and off real quick. Hopefully he'll come back.
Oh, yeah, he'll be fine.
Okay, there you go. All right, that's better. Thank you.
Yeah.
He's not Tanner.
Honestly, here's what's weird. The only person I can see, I'm not even kidding, Seth is full screen, and I can't fucking figure out how to get anyone else on there. So, Seth, you're the only person I've been able to.
Here, I'll go on and off. Sex is the
see now if you're only seeing one person at a time, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I have it on grid view.
But you're not seeing all of us. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, it's like you guys are all little circles at the top, and then I get Seth's glorious face.
That's happened to me before too.
Yeah, it happens. Sometimes you gotta drag.
Can you see me now?
Yeah, sometimes you gotta drag the circle down into the center of the thing, and it'll split it all up for you. So if you drag the circle. Like the circle of each one of us. Oh my god!
I just did that.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking work.
I know. That's why you follow fucking directions and get on 15 minutes before, and I'll teach you how to work the shit.
So hey, Tim and Mark, turn your cameras off and on, and then I'm good.
Okay.
There we go.
This is fucking amazing. Now I feel like I'm talking to people.
You're not just watching me drink beers.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I've been like, man, you know.
Like Seth fucking blows, dude. This fucking Seth guy, fuck that, dude.
He's drinking a fucking gallon of beer.
Look. Dude, I don't do this, and I'm going. Dude. I at least walk around.
Motherfucker, you guys are something else. Porn sites are raking in the dough during this pandemic. Apparently, Richie's spending a lot of money on Pornhub and stuff.
Not from me.
Richie's got that.
I finished Pornhub 3 weeks ago.
It's all done. I've watched all the Pornhubs. All of them. I've watched them all.
I feel like I've seen all the videos. I don't need to see any more.
They booted me off. I was using up too much bandwidth.
Hey man, that shit happens. Sometimes you just got it. Sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't. You know what I mean? You just got to do what you got to do when you're doing it. You know what I mean? Right? So, does anyone have any questions for Bobby, or Mark, or me, or Tim, or does anyone have anything to say? I would like to know. You know, just as a caveat here, I would like to know when Seth is plans on grooming.
I mean, not really. I'm just fucking going for it.
I mean, you're just letting it go. You're going. Are you going full caveman?
Yeah, it's full caveman.
Full
right
caveman. You know, just.
I mean, my girlfriend's complaining a little bit, like, "Hey, like, you pay attention to some areas." Like, hey, you know, if you go through a field to get to a treasure, that's up to you.
Yeah. You gotta.
You don't like the egg in the robin's neck?
Oh well. This is
look like a baby quail.
Looks like 2 fetus pigs with a piece of yeah, I mean, yeah.
Hey, that was a Mick Foley reference, by the way. That was a Mick Foley joke.
My word.
Little Cactus Jack.
Little Cactus Jack. I mean, are we seriously marking out right now and like full wrestle mode? Like, I mean, all right. I mean, if that's what we're going to do, who was your favorite wrestler when you were a kid, Bobby?
Oh, no question. Not even fucking close. Hulk fucking Hogan.
Really?
I was a Hulkamaniac. He's why I said my prayers. He's why I ate my vitamins. You know, he's why I beat my wife. No, I'm kidding about that.
How about you? How about you, Tim? Who was your favorite wrestler?
Hogan. Absolutely. Hogan.
How about you, Seth?
I
wasn't allowed to watch wrestling.
Jake the Snake is still to this day my favorite wrestler.
How about you, Mark? Did you have a favorite wrestler growing up?
Yeah, well, we had championship wrestling from Florida. It was way before WWE, and we had Harley Race and Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, you did.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. I
dude,
can dig it.
Saturday morning, I was riveted to that TV at 10 a.m. or whatever time. I did not move.
There's no
Did
question.
you guys watch that documentary that Diamond Dallas Page did on Jake the Snake?
Oh yeah, the resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yeah.
I own it. I mark out for like 80s, 90s wrestling. That's my shit. I don't watch wrestling anymore, but I used to watch 80s, 90s wrestling. Oh man, I was deep. NWO, after about that, the Attitude Era, as soon as that started to curb out, I was out of high school. I wasn't.
You had Hogan going over and like fighting with the Wolf Pack and shit, dude.
Yeah. I was a Ric Flair fan. When I was a kid, Ric Flair was the fucking man. You know what I mean? That's just me.
I thought we were getting it again with AEW, and I think Vince is in on this a little bit with AEW.
I can't watch the fucking new wrestling, man. I just can't watch the new wrestling.
I try. I go to spurts, but you gotta, the best time to watch is at, when they first come on at 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and then at the end of the hour before 11.
I'll tell you
what I like about wrestling, guys. So I'm kind of like TJ. I watched it when I was a kid. I didn't watch into the Attitude Era. I kind of stopped before that, but because I'm not a fucking loser. But sorry,
that was
I cracked myself up.
10 years younger than you. I saw the Attitude Era.
Yeah, I just sold her, but I'm
41.
Pay-per-view every night on a regular TV show. That's how badass the Attitude.
Yeah, no, I remember when it was on. I just didn't watch it, but not for any particular reason. But I took my son. This was a few years ago, but my son, who's now 16, when he was probably 10, I don't know, he started watching wrestling, and he wanted me to take him to an event. And I took him to a WWE event in Oklahoma City, and it was amazing because I was the skinniest, best-looking dude in attendance at this event. I felt it was awesome. I was just like the coolest person there, but it was actually a lot of fun. I ended up taking him to 2 of them. It was a lot of fun.
Hey man, Wild West. Listen, it's not fucking fake. It's predetermined. There's nothing fake about these motherfuckers.
These guys.
Yeah, there's no way.
It's so real to me, goddammit.
No, it's not even. It's not that. I mean, the bumps that they take, and the chair shots and shit. I mean, there is technique to stop from taking direct damage, but them motherfuckers legit get hurt, man.
Dude, let me tell you, back in the day when I used to go, when I was a kid, we used to go to Miami Beach Convention Center. It was like $6 on a Wednesday night, and those motherfuckers would cut themselves. I'm not lying to you. Yeah, they would cut. Dusty Rhodes would cut his forehead open with a razor blade.
Well, did you see that? There's a wrestling documentary show that they do on Vice called Behind the Ring, or Shadow, some fucking shit like that.
Beyond the Mat.
No, it's not Beyond the Mat. It's I can't remember. It's on Vice, but they were talking about one of these hardcore wrestlers that actually like fucking tried to like scalp a dude, like almost cut his cut him across here, and then in like an indie show was stabbing some guy with a fucking knife. There's some fucking crazy motherfuckers doing that shit.
Think of it like this for a second. Think about it like this. What contact sport, right? Mm-hmm. What contact sport or even non-contact sport doesn't have fights? Look at hockey. It's one of the most brutal fucking things. Soccer, football. These guys fight all the time. So, look, my kids got into it. We took them down south and we went to Monday Night Raw. Okay? And they were very disappointed with what they saw. Because, like, dude, during the commercial, it's live. It's filmed live. During the commercial breaks, they pretty much don't do anything. The whole place is quiet. The lights come up. You start screaming, okay? And it doesn't have the camera angle that it does watching it on TV. So it's absolutely horrible. And I'm not saying they're not athletes. I'm not saying they don't hurt themselves. There's no doubt about the abilities that they have.
The Mankind cage match, when he got thrown through the cage, I don't care if that's fake or not, dude. That dude fell 30 feet
let me tell you
on
something.
His back, dude. There's no way you fake that, bro.
I don't give two shits.
I don't care how big and strong you are. If you're going to try to pile drive someone and they don't want you to pile drive them, you ain't fucking pile driving somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we fucking get that. You know what I mean? It's not a point of whether or not they want to or not want to get punched in the face, or if they want to get pile drived or fucking body slammed. We fucking get that. Or in your case, dwarf fucking tossed. We understand that. We understand that. But the moves themselves, the impact, that's a real impact. You know what I'm saying? It is a scripted, it's sports entertainment. Relax yourself. Win. Yeah, they know who's going to fucking win. It's all a work. We get it. You're not fucking, this isn't breaking fucking news, Mark Danner.
I'm a believer.
Who's your favorite wrestler now?
I
haven't watched it years. Since my kids stopped watching it, I don't watch it.
I don't have
one. Listen, you got to watch it. There's a documentary on a Scottish wrestling over there in Scotland on YouTube. You got to watch it.
Were you Scottish wrestle?
Yeah, dude. Grado is the best wrestler in the. I love this.
I love this dude.
You know what I used to,
Hey, send us the link. Send us the link.
His music is Madonna's "Like a Prayer" when he comes out.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
The place goes nuts.
We used to watch this thing called Glow. It was Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. Remember that? Yeah. And then every now and again you'd see a woman that was what? Yeah, on Netflix. Yeah, it's probably on there.
About it, and they they do it all.
I used to watch that, and because when you're 13 years old, them hot ass women. Then they'd always bring out a woman that basically was a farm animal out there. Oh my God, it was fucking.
I can tell you this. I can tell you this though. I'm not missing it. You know what I mean? I'm not missing the wrestling, but I mean the nostalgia of it and the shoot interviews, like getting to hear the behind the scenes stuff, all the crazy shit these guys used to do. That to me is it's just
hilarious.
It's so enthralling, man. You could like hours. I just get lost down a YouTube hole of that shit. You know what I mean?
That's because it's your childhood. It's I watched that Andre the Giant documentary. I think is on HBO.
Yes,
maybe.
It is.
That I watched that thing and
it was awesome.
Minus taking my son to those events that I mentioned. I haven't watched wrestling since I was 11 years old, probably.
I saw it too, Marcus. Go ahead, keep going.
But it was just awesome. It's your childhood. G.I. Joe just got released on YouTube. I watched half of the damn episode, and I loved it because it's like when I was a kid. Same kind of thing.
I had the most G.I. Joes when I was a kid, man. My grandparents spoiled me on the G.I. Joes, bro. Like all I had to do was mow the lawn, and I could get 2 G.I. Joes, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all I had to do is make sure the yard was on point, and like we go to the store, 2 GI Joes. Except for my grandfather would always be like a dick, and like if they were laying on the floor, he would throw them shits away. Like he would
you step on a GI Joe with no shoes on.
Listen,
I can see why.
Listen. I would just say something to my grandma. She'd go rebuy that motherfucker for me. So it was like. It's like he'd
look at Grandpa and he'd be like, bitch.
Yeah. He used to, every time I did it, he would milk my mouse, where he would take his thumb and press my pinky up.
Oh, yeah.
But it does, as you can see, I've got like legitimate pressure on that, and it doesn't even affect me no more. I'm immune to that torture device. My grandfather, he used to hang me by my underwear on the fence in the backyard, because he would say I pester him. He's like, quit pestering me. And he would grab me by my pants and stick me on a nail on the fence and just hang me there when I was like 5 or 6 years old. Like, he was brutal, man.
My uncle, I have a big family. My uncle's only 9 years older than me, and there's a picture of me at 4 years old. He must have been 15, and I was wearing Oshkosh, like overalls, and he ran me up a flagpole just to see if I could get all quick at me, like waving and shit. My mom was like, I lost my shit on your uncle.
Bobby, do you guys do any bird removal or deterrent? I'm getting ready to try the optical gel in
it doesn't
parking
work.
garage.
Is this a joke or is this a serious question?
No,
it's a serious question.
Oh yeah, no. Bird removal?
Yeah, we do bird protection. Bird protection. Well, if you're doing residential bird protection, very rare you'd have an issue. We did bird protection on an 18-story ledge. I've done bird protection. I've done the spikes. I've done electrical shock track.
Okay.
And I've done the glue. The glue, Kevin, is a waste of time. Okay, depends on what kind of birds. Pigeons and stuff. It's called hotfoot. It'll keep the pigeons away. We have buzzards, turkey buzzards here, that will stand on a ledge and eat the caulking of a building. And they tried that hotfoot, and I'm like, dude, a turkey vulture will eat the insides of a dead animal. You think he cares about stepping in some glue? You know what I'm saying? And they don't. And all they do is track it around the building. We've spiked ledges, and that seems to help. But pigeons, once you have a pigeon problem, they're hard to get rid of, you know. And certain birds you can't kill because they're migratory. You know, like you can't kill a turkey buzzard, a turkey vulture. You're not allowed to kill them. But I do know this. On one of my buildings, they had a turkey vulture problem. They killed one and put it out there, and the other birds stay away.
My cousin used to work down here on the docks. I'm not going to say where because, you know, there's some bleeding hearts out there. But they he used to get paid a bounty from the Ohio Department of Natural Resources to kill seagulls. Because, I mean, they're like, you cannot, them motherfuckers, I mean... When they nest, you can't. It's like the birds, you know what I mean. You can't. They'll swoop you. I've been whacked in the back 2 or 3 times by seagulls. But yeah, he used to, he used to go out there and shoot them with a .22 and get paid money. Cause I got pictures of F10 pickup truck brimmed up with seagulls. I'm not shitting you.
Kevin, if you need some information on the hotfoot glue, give me a private message because it's boring to talk about. But I have experience with.
That's never stopped you, Mark.
What's that?
Yeah, that's never stopped you from telling me.
You said nothing in a whole fucking hour, and you got to attack me, bitch.
Kevin, just so you know, I wasn't trying to be mean. I thought they were joking, asking me about bird removal because I'd never heard of such a thing. So no offense with my response there.
Here's the thing with the bird protection, whether they're spikes, whether it's a shock track, or whether it's the gel or the glue, if unless you put it everywhere, you know, literally, like we put a shock track down on an 18-story ledge. I told you this. They put it has a solar panel with what do you call it? It charges up
I know what it is. Yeah, we know what it is.
And it shocks them. Okay. Well, there were so many buzzards that it would deplete the battery. Okay, because every time the capacitor went off, it took a while to charge back up.
Right.
So then they come out to us and say, they give us this big transformer. We had to mount it in the ceiling above some tiles, drill a hole through the mullion, run the wires, and it was for like a mile of horse fence. right, to keep horses in.
Holy shit.
The birds catch
So
fire.
here's the problem with that. So it's constant power, and it doesn't need to. It automatically, once the capacitor is discharged, it's ready to go again.
Yeah.
Unlike the solar, right? The problem was it would light the fucking birds up, and it was hilarious to watch this. But as soon as it shocked them, they would shit everywhere. Okay, so now the building's covered in shit. And let me tell you, pressure cleaning off buzzard shit is worse than fucking gum.
Yeah.
Because of what they eat. I'm not kidding you. Shit doesn't come off. But here's my point.
Soft wash, bro.
Yeah, if you put spikes here, the birds will stand here. If you put the gel here, the birds stand here. So unless you're willing to put it everywhere, it does not work.
Right.
You know.
I need coyote removal.
Yeah.
Shotgun.
So many around us.
Shotgun. That's how you remove them.
I can't even see. I never see them. I get the dead cats.
Then you ain't got to worry about it. If you're not seeing them, then you don't need coyote removal. You need to buy a new cat.
Seen one ran right to the neighborhood.
Indoor cat.
Yeah, buy an indoor cat.
I don't care. I'm happy the cats are gone. I hate the cats.
Oh, that's mean, dude. Mike, I
like-
have neighborhood cats. They love pissing on my porch. It's
Oh,
their favorite. That's their favorite
That
place in the
shit
world.
you cannot get rid of.
I've got my
That's
dog. My dog is.
terrible.
Yeah, my dog just wants to chase after him all the time and
My
play with him. and
dogs,
shit.
my dogs go insane when they see one. Like you can't even you can't
Right, so
you
loud.
can't even console them. It's like you like,
Right.
come back, dog, come back. They're like, no.
Yeah.
Leah yelled for pie the other night. That's my pit bull.
Uh-huh.
And she comes trotting up with a friggin' 12-pound possum in her mouth. Leah's freaking out. I'm on the front porch. I could hear it screaming, so I know something's up. So I walk around the back and look down, and there's a possum there. Walk back around. She's still screaming through the house. Like, I seen it.
Chucky,
But it played dead, man.
Chucky,
they do.
my youngest lab, Chucky, she will jump. She snatches birds out of the air. It's like a no-fly zone. Squirrels, birds. You fuck up around her level, and where she can jump up and get you, you're done. She's gonna bring it to the door and lay it down in front of the door and be like, "Look what I brought you." It drives Jennifer crazy. Because I mean, she doesn't really do a lot to it. They fight over it, they play with it, but 90% of the time it's just laying there in front of the door, like, look what I got. You know what I mean? It's it's not.
It's a gift.
It's not a good look.
The cats always get the best of her. I mean, they swipe her in the face. Get her
Yeah.
She's always done. She could never get a cat. You know what I mean? Thank God so far. I can't. That's just bad. I gotta hurry up and bury that thing before anybody finds out.
On a social view, Levy, this is not looking great for your business.
What does that mean?
Leave this? Is that what he meant? Leave this?
Leave this? What does that mean?
I can't see.
I think he's saying you better hope there's not a lot of PETA supporters in your market.
Oh, in my market that I don't like cats? Oh, I know.
I don't know.
Listen,
I hate.
Tim definitely doesn't like cats. I don't mind cats. I'm
Something we didn't.
I'm
talk
allergic
I
to
hate
cats. But go ahead. What haven't we talked about?
Well, we started and then we got off of it, but me whooping your ass at Madden.
Oh,
Yes.
I mean, what Madden are we doing? I mean,
Here's the deal: you pick the game, you pick the team for me, and I'll whoop your ass. How's that?
I mean, if that's the way you feel about it, I mean, fuck, what am I gonna do? Argue with you about it? I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna smash you on Madden, but I will say
You're
that
not.
it's gonna be a good game. I feel like you're overconfident. I feel like you can only run. Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. He's only going to run like one play, one defense. That's how confident he is. He strikes me as a trick play guy. That's
I only need one play to beat you.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Then there's no skill involved in running a glitchy play over and over again. Bobby Walker.
No, I don't run a glitch.
Man,
I don't cheat the system. I'm just saying, you could probably pick my plays and I could probably beat you. I mean, that's all.
Hey, y'all need to get on Golf Clash. Everybody needs to start playing Golf Clash.
I already beat
Tim
that
is
game.
talking nonsensical at this point. What the fuck is Golf Clash, Tim?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of
It's
that
just
shit.
on the
Fucking, that's
Store.
one of those fucking Bon Jovi games that nobody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Golf Clash. What do you mean, Golf Clash? Bobby, I'm not fucking sweating your Madden game at all, dude. I'm not sweating it, dude.
It's cool.
Because you
All good.
inserted yourself.
Honestly-
You inserted yourself in a conversation, and then turned it into I'm talking shit about you that you suck at Matt or whatever.
No, I never said
I
that.
mean,
I never suggested
The
that you were
only
talking shit.
person that has anything to
I
prove
was just
in this
asserting
is
my
you.
dominance.
Asserting my dominance. I'm just letting you know that you're a bitch, and I will fucking smash you at Madden. That's the whole. That's the whole.
That's
gist.
all-
That's it. That's
I
all
mean,
I was
there-
trying to
finally.
do.
Why don't we do this?
Finally, you understand
You know
what's
what?
going
I'm
on.
gonna say something outside the box. Because I don't play fucking video games.
Uh-huh.
I don't play video
I
games.
don't either.
My kids play video games, but
I
I don't
play
play
Mario
video
Kart.
I got a feeling that TJ would whip your ass, and I just.
I've got $2,000.
Oh, holy hell!
Oh, no. We're not gonna do. We don't want your money. We don't want no money.
You wouldn't get my money.
I wouldn't. I'm
Damn!
Oh no.
I fucking
I'll get
love
the
it.
money. I want.
Seth
I'll
said
tell
he's
you
got
what.
us covered.
Yeah.
I got
You got us covered.
I got
You
you.
got us?
I got
That's
you.
not-
I
We're
got
good. Got this bet. It's only
Uh,
$2,000.
I,
But for
I just
all
want to see
Bobby
you go
knows-
live stream or Twitch or
Oh, we're
something.
gonna definitely.
Are you
okay?
We're definitely YouTubing it. I mean, that's gonna happen. We'll do it on the Journey of a New Entrepreneur Facebook or YouTube channel because he's got all those India subscribers. So I want it to be seen.
Dude, I have worked
if I
really
went,
hard.
hey, listen. If I went,
No. I'm interrupting right now. I have worked really hard to make the money to pay for those goddamn subscribers.
Hey, listen. The bet is this. If you lose, you have to delete all of your India subscribers from your YouTube channel.
He said $2,000.
You know,
Alright.
and the reason
I've
I say
got
that,
a-
All right.
There's no
The
way
reason
a
I say
fake
this-
Stone Cold Steve
the
Austin
reason-
account
the
is going to get that
the
many
reason
fucking
I
subs.
say this,
Let's see
and
how I'm getting on it.
Bobby, I'm not cutting you. I have no idea what your experience with the game is, but generally, when someone comes out talking like that,
Yeah.
it's just like I'm the best window cleaner, I'm the best high-rise guy,
Yeah.
I'm the best pressure
Generally.
washer. And then you see their work, and you're like, "That's fucking clown shoes." So I just got this feeling.
That's fucking
Sounds like to me you should raise the bet to $3,000.
No, I don't want to see money. I want to see you do the podcast in a dress.
I'll do that.
I'll do
Yeah,
that.
with-
that very serious.
Well, listen. I got no problem playing dress up.
Here's what I
mean,
won't do. Here's what I couldn't do. So
What?
here's the honest truth.
Okay.
Like joking aside, just
Okay.
like pure shameful, pathetic adult video game playing dude.
Okay.
I'm not nearly as good at Madden as I used to be,
Yeah.
but I'm still better than any of you. Okay?
I love it. I fucking love it. Man.
I'm
This
not
dude's
as
the
good as I
best.
used to be. Like right now, like I don't really play video games much anymore. I just picked it up like 2 weeks
I'm
ago and
just a
started
little
playing again.
rusty. What's
But
the whole?
well, no. Here's the thing. In my terrible current,
I gotta get these
State.
excuses written down.
no. There's no excuse. I will whip that ass. Okay, but
Oh,
in my
but
current
that-
state,
there's an excuse here just in case that
Nobody
don't.
here.
no. There's no
Nobody
excuse.
here knows.
I'm not the
including
bitch
Bobby.
that's backing down from a financial bet.
Listen.
So
Listen.
here's the thing. Right
Okay,
now,
go ahead, Bobby.
like literally today, because I've been playing for the last 2 weeks.
Mhm.
I'm not an elite Madden player. I'm ranked in the top 16% on the PlayStation, whatever the fuck the online PlayStation thing.
Okay.
Top 16%.
That's pretty
Now,
good.
when I used to play,
And
like
that's online.
back when
That's
I was-
online, correct? Versus online.
yeah, online, yeah. When I used to be really fucking pathetic, like I was not a responsible father and husband and all that, and all I did, like I played on Xbox. I used to be in the top 100 on Xbox Live. So I, like, joking aside, I really was a very legit Madden player.
Do you play any other games?
Virtually no.
Okay,
But I don't play many games at all, to be honest with you. I just picked Madden back up.
Listen, man, I'll be
because I've
honest.
been
I'm going to
slow
be
with
honest
it.
with everybody right now. I got kicked out of fucking school because I didn't go to recess because I don't play no fucking games. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the
Then
first
don't
thing.
take my bet.
That's
Don't
the
take
first
my bet,
fucking thing.
motherfucker.
That's the first thing. Listen, I ain't fucking worried about your fucking bet. because I don't have any fucking money anyway, so I definitely got to win.
Yeah.
I don't have any financial
I'll put up
backers.
some money, but TJ, I got to see you play. I'll tell you, I was just asking because my 16-year-old, I don't know what games he plays. He plays 2 or 3 different games. One of my employees who's a gamer comes up and he's like, "Hey, man, your kids play games?" I'm like, "Yeah." I told him what game it was, and then I go, "My kid says he's pretty good." He goes, "I'm going to whip his ass. Watch." Okay. The next day, "Hey, Jordan, did you play with JT?" And he says, "Yeah, I'm not playing with him anymore." Well, why not? And then JT comes out and goes, "Dude, your employee sucks."
Okay. So now my honor is on the line, so I have to respond to this. I'm a loser no matter what.
No, you're not, bro.
So,
I like you,
No,
Bobby.
I mean like in response to this the whole video game topic.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm either not good at it or I'm such a loser. I'm too good at it.
No. Yeah.
So here's the deal.
I'll agree to that.
So back when I lived in Oklahoma, before we left Oklahoma, I was playing video games a lot because I had time.
Yeah.
And my son, who was in high school, actually the largest high school in Oklahoma at the time, he would go to school and talk shit to his buddies about how good his dad was at Madden. And then there would be a challenger that would come home about 2 to 3 times a week. Would come back, always wax their ass.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I don't lose, bitches. I just don't lose. That's all.
I used to, I'm not gonna.
I will make your son cry if he plays me in Madden.
I doubt that. Well, he doesn't play. I don't think he plays Madden.
Because he doesn't have stick skills.
No, it has nothing. To
It's
do
easy
with
to play those
stick skills.
shooters.
He's not into football.
It's easy to play those shooters. Come on, bro.
To me, okay, my honest
It's
opinion,
getting
of it, the whole
disrespectful
fucking
now.
thing is it doesn't interest me, so I can't relate to it.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I
feel like this is
But
getting
Madden's
a little
about the only
disrespectful
game I
now.
really like.
It's getting a little disrespectful with anybody can play a shooter. I mean,
I can't play.
Honestly, I'm terrible at shooters.
I can't play shit.
well, I would have Jennifer come in here and list to you my video gaming pedigree, but I'm not gonna, but I'm not gonna do that. But I've played some video games in my time. You know what I mean? I had a Twitch channel that no one has found yet, which is really amazing. I also have another YouTube channel that nobody knows about that I used to stream live on.
Really?
Yeah, no one's ever found it. It's really strange that no one's ever found it. But yeah, I used to play a lot of video games, like a lot. I actually streamed on this channel one time and nobody liked it, so I stopped doing it. But yeah, I used to be heavy into video games. And listen, I have a rudimentary interest in Madden. I love to play Madden, but it's usually just before the season starts. I'll get the new Madden, you know what I mean? And I'll play a career mode or run a franchise for a little while. I get on and I play occasionally online, but not very often. See,
I'm the opposite. When I play, and again, since I've owned my business, so in the last 3+ years,
I've had tough to play.
I've had like 2 little stints where I've actually played.
Right.
This is one of them.
Yeah.
And then actually, probably 9 months ago, I bought it and I played for a little bit. But I just don't play much. But I'm the opposite. I don't enjoy playing
by yourself.
The computer. It's just not fun to me. I only want to. I'm a competitive dude, so I'm one of those guys. Here's who I am. I'm the take my ball and go home guy. I'm either fucking dominant or I just don't do it. Like I don't.
Right. Yeah,
I'm not a fan of.
I feel you. I feel you.
Competitive nature. I feel you. Like
I feel you.
I'm just saying from my experience in life, anyone that's come to me, like I had a kid come to me and say, "I'm the fastest residential window cleaner Central has," and I go, "You need to lose that right now." No, I'm the fastest. I go, "Listen to me. You can do what you want with the residential, with the rags and the steel wool and everything. You're not going to keep up with my employees." Or I've had a high-rise guy come to me and say, "I'm the best out of South Brooklyn." Okay, well, South Brooklyn, the biggest fucking buildings they do are 6 stories. When I put you on a 25-story building, okay, you can't even tie a knot. You can't even tie your fucking shoes, so you're not going on my building. You know what I'm saying? But generally, you know this, okay, Bobby, that generally, not all the time, when someone comes up to you with that, they're not what they say they are. And I'm not saying you're not.
I agree with you. Let me agree with you. I would say this. If it wasn't a stupid-ass video game, I wouldn't act like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's something that's inconsequential. I have fun talking shit. But I agree with you wholeheartedly.
I'm definitely picking up what you're putting out. I know what it's a work. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I will kick the shit out of you. Just to be clear.
Hey, listen.
What is it going to take
Listen,
to get this
I
to
will
happen?
say you
I got
most
it right
likely,
over here, man.
You most likely
I got my
beat
capture
me.
card right here. Let's do this.
You most likely
What the fuck is a
you'll most
capture
likely
card?
probably beat me because I'm not. You play Madden clearly more than I do.
As of late, yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
Oh, wait a minute. TJ, how long do you need to brush up on your Madden skills?
maybe
10 years.
Oh boy, this motherfucker gonna have me go get this shit. Is what he's gonna do.
Good shit stuff.
Man, bro. See, like, this is the thing, man. I don't want to, this is where I struggle with this. I don't want to get on and fucking make this dude look like a complete fucking idiot when I smash him. You know what I mean? That's what I'm worried about. When Nicholas Chubb is running straight down this fucking dude's throat hole, you know what I mean? I don't want, you know what I mean? I feel bad doing that.
No, serious question.
When I'm doing the shake and bake on your ass, you got, because that's Bobby's dude.
Well, first
is
off,
Baker
if you think you're
Mayfield.
going to shake and bake with Chubb, you've already lost. But anyway,
Yeah!
go ahead, Mark.
No, I have a question. No, this is a serious question. Since I've never played any of these kind of games. My question is, I would assume, right? Your player
You
pick.
don't have to be gay to play him.
No, the player pick, right? And you pick the team or whatever, right?
Yeah.
They can only run so fast. They can only throw so far. So, is there really? How can there be so much skill to it? That's my question.
Okay, so there really is. So this is what's awesome about football, both in real life and in video games, because even though there's not a complete, the video game's not a complete simulation of real life, but the analog is like really does a good job on both sides. So first off, in real life football, how big you are, how strong you are, and how fast you are does matter.
Of course.
But strategy also matters. So a smaller, slower, weaker team can beat a stronger team, in real life. And then you take that same strategy over to like this video game, which is kind of silly. We're having a serious conversation about this, but it's fun for me at least.
Oh yeah.
So there's in the same way, that's why the teams are not equal. So like if you pick like a badass team, like I use the Browns. They're not that. They got like one good player, on the no two. Chubb is good, and who's the fucking receiver?
Odell Beckham Jr.
Odell Beckham, yeah. Those are basically
Jarvis
the only two
Landry.
players. But the
Baker Mayfield, his favorite quarterback.
But the strategy comes into play too. So like on defense, that's usually where I separate myself from other people, because if you throw the ball when I'm against me, you're going to throw interceptions, because I've learned how to use my secondary and linebackers, and so even though my players aren't as fast or as good, I can use a worse team and win. So it's a combination of the strategy and how good the players are. So
you're going to find that I am not your typical Madden player, especially with that statement you just made right there. So, yeah.
Okay. That's cool. Whatevs.
Off topic. TJ, do you see the Browns' new uniform?
Oh, yeah. Classics, man.
It's pretty good.
Classics, the throwback. Everyone's butthurt about it. You know what I mean? But I'm indifferent to it, man. They're my football team, win, lose, or draw. I've got a Browns tattoo on my arm right here. I got the brownie right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge Browns fan. I'll always will be. I don't care what the fuck they're wearing. You know what I mean? I'm down for the land till I die. That's it. The Cavs.
What the hell is a brown? I don't even know what a brown is.
The brown is it's named after the founding father of the Cleveland Browns, Paul Brown, the godfather of professional football. You know what I mean? He's the one
Ohio
football period is born in Ohio. The first forward pass that was ever thrown in a football type setting was thrown on the beach here at Cedar Point by Newt Rockney. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to keep it real. You ain't fucking beating me at Madden, because I'm going to stuff the rock down your fucking hole. Puke. No. This is definitely going to happen. We got to do this. We have to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a gracious...
I wouldn't if I was you. I like you enough to try.
Listen, I'm a gracious loser. I won't get mad. I mean, trust me.
You're a gracious loser?
Yeah,
I'm a terrible loser.
Yeah, see, I don't mind it. You know what I mean? I feel like if if it makes you feel better beating me, then I feel like I've helped out. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, good game, bro. You know what I mean?
What's Henzo Gracie always said? I think it was Henzo said, "You show me a good loser, and I'll show you a loser."
Yeah, exactly. That is Gracie that said that. No, I don't. Now, if it was an actual like us playing like sport, like playing baseball or shooting pool or rolling dice or shooting darts, whatever the case may be, I am super competitive. Like I'm so competitive. Like we used to have like an Easter kickball game. We haven't had it in a few years because me and my wife's brother David would like get in almost fist fights over the kickball game. You know what I mean? Like we were always on opposite teams. You know what I mean? We just, I'm super competitive when it comes. Now, video games, on the other hand, there's just too much to chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's too much to chance. You might have a shitty.
Not when I'm playing.
Well, clearly you have a shitty internet connection because you keep phasing in and out a little bit. Your camera goes blurry. So I'm already wanting to know about your bounce back speed. So you might be lagging a little bit. I'll get a lag.
I've got a button on my router.
Yeah, listen.
And I push the button.
Hey, listen, bro.
And then next thing you know, I'm in the end zone.
Hey, I know. Hey, I'm old school. I used to build modded controllers with lag switches for the Ethernet cable way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying. And everything. You think you're the greatest. You're not. You're not, bro.
I agree.
I'm
not the greatest.
I'm gonna cheat, and I'm gonna have my 7-year-old whoop your ass. His name is Uriah, and he's a video game prodigy.
I'll tell you a funny story because most men are competitive by nature.
Yes,
so I can relate to what you're saying, Bobby. I mean, my both boys are very competitive. Yeah. My wife and I'll sit there and watch them, and she just looks at me and laughs and goes, "This is all because of you. You ingrained this into them."
Right. Right.
So I was dating this girl, and I went to pick her up, and I knock on the door, and I had never met her family or anything, and she says, "Come in, we're finishing a game of family Scrabble." So I sit down. Her father says to me, "Do you want to play?" And I'm like, "I've never played this game, but yeah, I'll play." They have no idea that I fucking cheat at every game.
I do too. When I play a board game, my goal is not to win; it's to cheat without getting caught.
Exactly.
That's my whole goal.
So, dude,
we're definitely not betting any money on this fucking game now. This guy's a fucking known cheater, cheater. Yeah. Fucking Mr. Skullduggery. I'm on the beach getting drunk. You know what I mean? This fucking guy. Just admit it. I'm gonna cheat to win. Wow, dude.
So I sit down. They give me that little piece of wood with 6 or 7 tiles, whatever it is, right? And I go, I have a question. What do you do? What about the blank ones? They said that's any letter you want it to be, so you can complete a word.
Right.
You don't have it. So I quickly figured out if I turn my tiles upside down, now I got more blanks, right? So there's only 3 of those in the whole fucking game. I already put 4 on the board. It took them a while. To figure it out.
That's awesome. I really do. When I play a board game, I don't even care about winning. I just
want to see.
Literally. It does. If anyone watching this ever plays a board game with me, my goal is to fucking cheat and not get caught. That's my whole goal.
I coached my kids. Okay, both of my boys played football. I made them play every sport in our area. Okay, and because I took my kid and stayed with him for practice, the head coach comes to me and goes, "Hey, you want to be an assistant coach?" And I go, "Listen, I don't know a whole lot about football. I've never played, but." I've always watched it and this and that. I go, "Why are you asking me?" He said, "Because you're the only parent that gives a shit enough to sit and watch the practice. So all you have to do is you'll learn with me by half the season." Next thing I know, dude, 3 games later, he hands me the clipboard. Now, at the time, because the kids were still young, it was tackle. The coach could be on the field for the huddle, right? Calling the play. So, dude, I went and bought the smallest little Bluetooth earpiece I could find, okay? And I stick it in my ear, and I had Coach Lance on the sideline, right? And he'd grab his phone like he was calling his wife and say, "Send him to the left. The kid's doing nothing." I swear to God, we were whipping everybody, and I had no. And my wife goes, she found out. She's like, "The kids are 7 years old, and you're fucking."
Fuck me.
Did you go to work for the Patriots?
Bunch of fucking
no, my wife's a huge Pats fan. I rag.
Bunch of fucking criminals. Fucking
Excuse me, who's one of your?
Well, guys, listen. I do want to apologize for something though.
What's
in
that?
all seriousness,
What's that?
I just, because I'm your guest on your show, and I've been talking a lot of shit. So I just want to apologize for how bad I'm going to kick your fucking ass.
TJ, you got to go get that game, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to.
I need to see it.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna use the Browns too, though, because I've talked enough shit. I have to use the team that I'm comfortable with.
You said you.
Oh, okay. Well, I can do that.
Team. So you give him something like the Dolphins. TJ, give him the fucking Dolphins or some shitty ass.
If he can beat me with any team, he should take the worst team on Madden and beat me with the worst.
Define who that team is, because I need to practice with.
I'm just saying the overall rating has to be the lowest on Madden. That's what you said.
And TJ, if you win, then you could play him with his choice of teams, right?
Listen,
that makes sense.
Essentially, the sound of this thrashing I'm getting ready to take.
If I can't beat you with the worst team, I'll be disappointed in my skills, but I'm not as good as I used to be with that. I no question if I use the Browns, I'll whoop your ass.
I'll whoop your ass. Yeah. See, I feel like that's fair. That's fair. You know what I mean? Because the Browns are the best team. You know what I mean? They're the best team.
They were a lot better, but as they updated the ratings after the season, they're not all that great. Like Baker Mayfield was pretty good at the beginning of the year when I was playing it earlier in the season. He's not all that good anymore, but Odell Beckham, he's fucking legit.
He's money.
And then Chubbs is good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but OBJ is pretty
I
awesome.
always play with the Browns, so it'll be a Browns on Browns crime is what it's going to be. If we that's what it's going to be. You know what I mean?
Little Chubb on Chubb action.
Yeah, a little Chubb on Chubb action.
Do you guys know this Southeast soft wash douchebag that's in the chat?
No,
I don't know.
I do actually. He's a buddy of mine.
That's the guy. That's the cat whose pictures got swiped off the internets.
It is.
I
watched
the podcast. Apparently. I watched the podcast. Believe it or not, you fucking dick. And I didn't get on there and talk any shit about beating you at Madden or nothing. I just asked general questions like, what kind of pipe is that guy smoking?
You got to be able to back it up before you can talk shit. So.
Listen, man, you're talking about intercepting, man. I'm going to run the ball down your throat.
That's cool.
That's what I'm going to do, dude. I'm going to have Myles Garrett coming off the edge. I'm going to eat Baker Mayfield's running to the left ass up. You know what I mean? It's nasty, bro. I'm going to fuck you up, cuz. Yeah.
This is getting exciting.
No, this is going to be so underwhelming. Bobby's going to beat me like 42-7
on video games.
No,
even.
like 42-7. I'm going to be like, damn, dude, I should have tried. You know, I wish I was better, but I'm not. Everyone's going to be super like sad. All of Bobby's fanboys are going to be like, yeah, Bobby.
So all my Indian friends.
Listen,
Christian's going to be pumped.
We only have 18 watching left. We got 72 thumbs down.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are some of your other hobbies other than playing games? What does Bobby do?
Yeah.
He's not playing video games.
He's not pressure
and he's
washing.
not going to Disney World.
Yeah.
Well, I do a lot of the cliche stuff. So like, I think even though you just said what you said, we love going to theme parks. So like, my wife, she started a business late last year, and one of our goals this year. Our goal was to achieve this in Q3. I had already been there with my business, which now we've had the setback. But the goal with hers was we wanted to do theme park Tuesdays, where every Tuesday, phones and everything shut off, and we just do one of the 7 theme parks here in town that we want to hang out at. So we genuinely love that a lot. But beach, going to the beach, just doing fun shit, here in Florida. The newest hobby that I have, because I really, up until 2 weeks ago or so, or 3 weeks ago, I really don't play. I never play video games.
Well, you're not. When are you going to have the opportunity when you're running a business to, fucking sit down and play video games? You know what I mean?
I just actually started buying firearms, and I'm like having a fucking blast. I can't stop buying them.
It's a very costly hobby. I can assure you of that.
Yes, I bought 4.
I know I'm a better fucking shot
week
than you
and a half
too,
here.
Keep going.
Yeah. But so like my wife and I went to the range today, had a good time doing that. we love the beach. We love, we love traveling. So,
That's cool.
I would say nothing unique.
Right.
Kind of the typical shit that most people like to do.
Yeah.
We like doing those things.
That's cool.
But we just have a fun time doing stuff. We've been married. I'm almost 42. We've been married 22. Yep, she says 22 years.
22 years.
We've been married 22 years, and we still have fun on date nights.
That's awesome.
We just like to try to enjoy the little shit, and the goal is to one day own that 50-foot yacht, if you will.
That's dope, man.
We'll see. If I get there, that's great. If I don't, we're having a fucking blast
on the way to it.
Yeah,
that makes the most sense to me. I'm kind of like I aspirate for the same things, but not so. I want a land yacht. I want an RV. You know what I mean? I want to I want to roll hard. You know what I mean? That's what I want.
Yep.
And I've been with Jennifer for almost 25 years. We're going on. You know what I mean? We met when we were teeny boppers. You know what I mean? And I'll turn 41 in June. And, we're the same way. Anytime we get a time alone with each other, it's like we're teenagers again. You know what I mean? We really enjoy each other's company. But that's one of our goals, is to be able to roll around. Yeah, baby. Everybody watches my Facebook page.
The other day.
A lot of eggplants on
Eggplant City.
The other day, I've been working 3 or 4 hours a day, because car dealerships are open, Whole Foods is open, and I've said that before. It's what I'm doing. My high-rise guys are still busy. 2 route guys are laid off, but I come home 10, 11 o'clock. If I get my ass out of bed and I'm good at 6 o'clock, TJ knows what time I leave because I usually send him a wake up fart.
Yeah.
And but I get home 10, 11 o'clock. My wife's usually hanging on the front porch with the dogs, and she looks at me the other day and she says, this is what I know you're always going to work, because you love what you do. You don't love where your business is now. You wish it was very simple the way it used to be. And this is what I see you as retirement. I said, exactly. Go out, wash a few jobs, have some breakfast at the same place every day of the week, wherever I am at for my route, and go out and make a few G's for the month and go home and have no worries, no payroll, no employees, no trucks. And I said, it almost feels like I am retired, although the money's not there right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I wish I could do this every day, and I'm on I got a 10-year plan. My kids will be grown. They'll know what direction they're going to go.
Right.
And I'm out, in another 10 years.
I would just like to say happy birthday to my daughter, Elena, right now.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, she just turned 18 today. She had a coronavirus birthday party. Only us were here. We got the streamer set up. We got a Carvel cake. She had a nice little dinner. She's gonna.
You get Fudgy the Whale or Cookie Puss?
Cookie Puss.
Cookie Puss rock.
Yeah. So.
With the name like Cookie Puss, it's got to be good,
like
right?
that? Yeah. How can you not like that kind of Carvel cake? You know what I mean? But yeah, it's but I just wanted to say that happy birthday to Elena.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. How old did you say?
She's 18. So I have a 21-year-old, an 18-year-old, and an 8-year-old. Yeah, I've got it going on.
Right. My oldest will be 21 in June.
Nice.
My middle is 18, and my youngest is 17.
Nice.
Now, any of your kids going to be involved in the business?
You said, I think one is or wasn't.
My oldest son is actually my business partner, so he actually started the business with me. So he's a part of it, and then my daughter, who's the 18-year-old, she actually is part owner with my wife in the maid service that they started.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, my youngest son, he's pretty fucking worthless. So,
and how many employees do you have?
Right now, not including Caleb and myself, we have 2. I had to lay off 5 guys. I'm sorry, that's not true. I had to lay off 3 guys here in the last couple of weeks. I had another guy that he quit because his wife. He's a firefighter and part time with me. His wife got a job, so he quit.
Right.
And I fired my admin. So I had a guy quit and fired my admin like the week before all this shit happened.
Yeah.
And then I laid off 3 guys as a result. So including us, we had 9 people total because we were ready to ramp up for the first busy season that we had here, and that kind of went to shit.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's just.
I do want to be clear though. I'm a realist, so like things aren't great.
Right.
We last week we did enough revenue to pay the bills, and basically if I was making the best business decision, I'd probably lay off my other 2 guys and my son and I would do all the work, but I've got like 2 really good crew leaders that
you don't
I'm trying to take care of.
You don't want to. Yeah, of course.
Trying to take care of them through this. but we so even though I'm a realist that it sucks right now, like, my goal hasn't changed. Now, our goal was $1 million this year. That might be hard to hit, like the short-term goal, but I'm still confident that my long-term goals haven't changed. We've just hit a little bit of a speed bump here.
I think it's early. I think it's a little early to change your long-term goals. I mean, it's not. I mean, everything definitely fucking sucks right now. There's no questioning that. But to like fold up the tents and be like, yeah, we got to pull it. We got to pull everything back. That's probably not the best strategy. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's really not.
Everybody's in the same boat.
Yeah.
This is the first year in 21 years I've been in business that my revenue will have dropped for the year. There's no doubt. I'm $15,000-$20,000 down for this month already. Okay, and it's going to drop even more probably before it opens back up.
Right.
Yeah.
But so this year I will. Every year I've grown, whether it's 1.5% or 2%, or even 0.25%. I've always had more revenue every single year, one way or another. Some big job comes in and pushes me over. But I can guarantee you this year, and everybody look. You got to just look forward because everybody is coming back smaller. No matter, I don't give a shit. Anyone who tells me they're not coming back smaller is a fucking liar.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
Already smaller. Yeah, I mean, there's no coming back. I'm already smaller.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is not every customer is going to return to the service. Now, you're going to have to go out and start selling. You're going to have to sell some of your own customers back into your company. This is going to be part of it. But,
I've got a slightly different business model because I don't have a lot of recurring stuff. Mine.
Everything for me, everything is reoccurring for me. I very rarely do a one-time shot.
24 months. I mean, that's. I'm assuming Bobby's stuff is like 18 to 24 months for recurring stuff.
Well, it depends on the stuff. Now, I do have an actual reoccurring model that I've had modest success with last year, which I call it Quarter Club, which is quarterly residential window cleaning. But that's a small, like we can into this year with $50,000 of reoccurring stuff. So like it's a small portion of what we do.
Right.
But most of it is, the house washes, the roof cleanings and stuff. So roof cleaning is going to be years. A house wash here in Florida, anywhere from 12 to 18 months, for the people that keep their stuff up because it's really humid and
right, of course.
Well, we got mold growth here like a mother.
I can imagine. Yeah.
So I would say our customers that do repeat, which I don't have contracts with, anything other than that quarterly window cleaning thing. They're between 12 and 18 months kind of thing, but we're still a pretty young business, so I don't have like a decade of data. I've got 3 years of data,
Right. So, Tim, have you noticed any, any upticks or downticks? I mean, I know it's been kind of shitty, but I mean,
I went into tomorrow's route. Tomorrow's route was one job and Leah got on the phones and hustled up. Now we have 6 tomorrow.
Nice.
So it's just we're starting to call in, but it's not.
Experiencing
what's a normal day for you? Like 30 or something? Like
30 jobs?
Yeah. Like what? How many would you normally have?
6 to 8.
Oh, okay. So 6 is pretty solid.
Joey and I split off.
He's talking 6 to 8 a week, and he's saying he's got 6 scheduled for the whole week right now, Bobby. He's usually.
I did 3. I did 3 on Monday or Tuesday or some shit like Tuesday. So normally we're ticking 30 to 40 jobs a week right now.
Yeah.
And we're doing 9.
You and your son ain't messing around on that resi cleaning. You guys fucking pimp that shit out for sure. How about you, Seth? How are things looking in your neck of the woods?
It's not bad. I'm definitely coming in lighter. I already know that.
Right.
I have 3 guys laid off right now, and I'll be lucky to get one of them back. Just the way it works. But May for the crew that I'm probably going to be rolling with is almost booked. To be honest with you, like.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My May is legit booked.
Yeah.
I have a 6-day a week schedule on paper right now for me.
Yeah, that's what I have. Unfortunately, I'm looking at May like, I got to go from 0 to like
like immediately. I'm dreading it. I'm just like, man, when it pops off, it's gonna pop off. It's gonna suck for a couple weeks to get that all back under control. Especially considering that I've gone since March 6th on a lot of these accounts because I've got a March 1st start date on every one of my restaurant accounts. They all want me back May 1st. Boom. I don't.
You know what though?
We don't care what's going on. I mean, I'm not gonna bat an eye. I know once I miss it. I'll be honest. I miss it.
Like 4 days and you're like back in it. You know
I
what
miss
I mean?
that early morning wake up, all by myself out on the glass. I can't wait.
I know you can't wait to make that revenue, but I'll tell you from experience because this happened to me yesterday. Mm-hmm. I'm going up, I clean a couple restaurants, I clean a car dealership, and then I drive, and I'm like, all right, I think that's pretty much it. And I'm driving up, one of the streets, and I see I have a chain of 3 paint stores, Porter Paints, they sell paint, and I'm like, I drive by and I see a guy walking out with a hand truck with 2 5-gallon pails of paint. I'm like, motherfucker, they're open. I got to go clean the paint store. So it's like, you start going, I want to work, and then you go, oh, now I got to go do more work. You got to ramp it up slowly.
Yeah. I'm not going to try to get them all done in one day. That's not my plan. But they want to restart May. They want to restart their service in, May 1st. Start doing this again.
You know what you can do, T?
What?
Is if you see it, like you got a bunch of them now booked. But if you see it starting to not ramp up like you want it to, send them an email or a reminder. Hey, we know everybody's hurting. We're offering you 10% as a loyal customer. Take 10% off the normal price so we can get you on the schedule.
Well, I took a page out of Tim Huber's book, and every single one of my restaurant customers got 2 free exterior window cleanings this month. So,
dude, I have a pizza restaurant I clean every Friday morning.
Keep that loyalty, baby.
Yeah, just just went out, knocked them out, didn't ask, just went and did them. You know what I mean? Boom. I got a call. They're like, "Thank you." You know what I mean? So that was my plan.
Right.
I got a pizza restaurant I clean every Friday morning, and I get up there and I wash it, and he comes in 7 a.m. to make the dough and all that, and he's like, "Mark, we're not really open. We're just doing to go." And I looked at him and I said, "Kevin, listen, I need my routine. This cleaning, you're not getting a bill for it. What are you worried about?"
Yeah, you told us this this antidote on the last podcast and the one before that.
I need my routine back. You know what I'm saying?
You need some alternate endings for your stories, Mark.
Yes, and Mark also needs to double up on his omega-3s, get that memory going and shit.
I take my ginkgo biloba, but I forget.
But I forget.
No, my company's very similar to I would say Bobby's in that I'm like 80% residential, 20% commercial. My commercial's like HOAs, nursing homes, stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, the work that's booked for May is like, I would say probably 70% of it is outside only work. So whether or not this thing passes, like I have.
Well, my stuff that I've got booked is traditionally always outside only. I've got a retirement community coming up, which is like, you guys have seen that. I've done a bunch of gunslinger videos there. It's huge, like a bunch of ranch homes. Just walk up, clean the windows. Those are all outside only. That's scheduled. I have a couple of HOAs, condo associations that I've got to do in May. The home here in Sandusky's going in May. So I'm like, man, I don't, fuck. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm gonna be sore. I'm gonna be sore for a couple of weeks. I feel like, it's still hurting.
Oh, dude.
Are you trying to go other side now?
What are you talking about? I always go other side. I'm ambidextrous.
I
slap ass with both hands, my man.
If that shoulder's hurting, like
I'm ambidextrous. I slap ass with both hands. Maybe you didn't hear me the first time. My name's Mark
Do you
Tanner.
guys watch Silicon Valley by chance?
No, I don't.
So you probably know where I'm going with this. They have a whole episode on how they calculated how many dudes one person could jerk off in a room. It's the funniest fucking show I've ever seen.
How many dudes you can jerk off is kind of fucking hilarious.
And at the end of the episode,
And that's right up Seth's alley too.
I forget that guy's name, the actor that plays Erlich Bachman, but he's this
T.J. Miller.
T.J. Miller, yeah. And so they have this
Miller's
episode. They're computer programmers, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is someone's like, the only way we're going to win this contest is if we jerk off every dude in there. And then one of them goes, we wouldn't even have enough time to do that in a day. And then one of them's like, well, how long would that take? And then all these computer programmers are like, huh. So then they get the whiteboard out. And they're like writing all this code, So when it's all said and done, they spent this whole episode on this, and TJ at the very end, like they win the contest and everything, and this girl is interviewing TJ, this reporter, and she's like, "How did you do it?" And he goes, "Well, let me ask you a question. Do you know how long it would take you to jerk off every guy in this room? Because I do, and I can prove it."
Have any of you guys jumped on the sanitizing bandwagon? I have not.
Nah.
I jumped on the bandwagon, fell off. I haven't had any success with it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to maintain relationships, not strain them.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking at it is like, if you want it done, I'll do it, but I'm not going to bullshit you.
Yeah.
On what I do for you.
I'm not to say, Kevin, not to say that you're bullshitting about it or anything. To me, there's just too much room for negativity.
Hey, there's a lot of opportunity. There's
definitely a lot of opportunity out there. I'm not saying there's not opportunity.
But think about this. If you're doing that, and I get that the doctors, there's, if you go in and research it and know how long this shit lives, but if you go in and do this shit, you got to quarantine yourself.
Yeah.
You can't be the dick going around everywhere at that point. If you're making a living off this shit.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone that's having, actually I know a couple of people that had some success with it, but I don't know anyone that's had any. I don't know one person that's had any
all these
ongoing
success.
Right.
Shit that are closed, and all these medical offices that are closed are all going to be need.
Schools. Think about all the schools.
Yeah. I'm not poo-pooing it by any means, but I feel like
no. But you know what?
I really feel like as long as, and I know Kevin Hargis is a stand-up fucking guy, so whatever Kevin Hargis is doing is on point. It's like researched. It's the proper equipment. So I know. But for me personally, just from my standpoint, I would be uncomfortable offering it because I'm not confident that what I'd be getting paid to do would be top-notch results. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean?
I go to the store if I quarantine myself and my whole family's with me because they have to quarantine too because we're doing work like that. I can't go to the store and shit then.
Right.
I just don't.
I mean, to me, there's an opportunity, like Jason Lehman just made a good point. It's like a window cleaning supplier selling fucking masks and fucking H1N1 suits and fucking shit like that. You know what I mean?
Computers.
Or computers. There's a small window there, and I feel like as long as you're gonna approach that the same way Kevin Hargis would approach it, I feel I'm all the power in the world to you. You know what I mean? As long as you're taking the proper steps to do it.
If you have the ability to land accounts outside to spray playgrounds and whatnot. Look, I clean a lot of Whole Foods. They have some shit that plugs into the garden hose, and they line up the shopping carts, and they saturate the fucking shopping carts. I know this because I'm watching them do it. They spray that shit all over the fucking windows. Okay? And whatever they're spraying is FDA approved for food and for fucking killing viruses and everything.
Right.
So if you do it like well, I don't know. It's orange and it's orange and it screws to the hose. It's like one of those.
I just want to be like Tanner.
Yeah.
But no, my point is this. You go out there selling something, you have no fucking idea what you're doing.
Right.
If you do the research, look, if you own a janitorial service, that doesn't mean you can clean a clean room in a fucking hospital.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to have the right certifications.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it's a
Go
good
inside.
I don't think it's good business practice to just run out with your fucking SH and start shooting fucking shopping carts and being like, "You're done." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You really need to.
I mean, seriously, the consequences. You can't be out there doing that work. People knowing what you're doing and then being seen in the store.
You really need to
I mean?
be up to date. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I'm planning on having a business after this all ends, and I don't want to be known as the guy that was out trying to make a buck.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's how I'm looking at it. I'm not saying anyone else is doing that.
Yeah.
I'm in for the long haul here. I'm in for like 5 years from now when people are like, "Oh, you remember that fucking dickhead?"
Yeah.
You want to shake us down for some bullshit?
Yeah, you gotta be real. My thing is, you really gotta be careful with that. You know what I mean? That's my thing. You really gotta mind your P's and Q's and make sure that the service that you're offering is a safe one. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. Don't go out with a rag and a wet rag and a dry rag and start hitting shopping carts. My dad.
I mix this
my dad actually invented the sanitation technique where you take a wet rag and a dry rag and I'm
you
kidding.
Missed it a little bit if it didn't dry clean.
Yeah. You just no. That's a little inside joke there. Sorry, Jay Camaro. Mark said your last name's Camaro because your family couldn't spell Mustang. That's. But yeah, I want to say, Bobby, all jokes aside, no bullshit. I'm definitely going to try and grab Madden and get some time here to play a couple of games, and then we'll get on and do this.
It'll be
for
fun.
Sure. It's going to be fun. It's going to be definitely fun for you.
For me.
I'm going to get my ass kicked royally. Bobby's the greatest ever, greatest of all time. He's the GOAT of Madden in this industry. So I'm gonna bow and kiss the ring right now. That way, when we get on YouTube and shit goes down, nobody loves. There's nothing better than an underdog story. Is
Do you
what
have
I'm
a
getting
special uniform that you wear when you play, Bobby? Like
helmet off.
maybe a hat.
Yeah.
No, I'm just naked.
Right.
Then we're definitely gonna.
No wonder he's better than me. He's got an extra appendage to fucking hit buttons. He's truck sticking. He's truck spinning and spinning at the same time.
That's what I use for my spin button.
Yeah,
Watch
come on,
this.
that's
I'm
bullshit,
about to drop
dude.
some dick on TJ.
Yeah. Bobby, it was awesome having you on, man.
Yeah, it was fun being
coming
here,
on.
man. Listen, in all seriousness, two things.
Okay.
One, I really, really appreciate it.
No problem.
I don't watch every one of your broadcasts, but you're one of the few people that I actually do watch from time to time on YouTube.
Same,
And
vice versa.
so I really, really appreciate it. It's been a blast.
Right.
And two, I just want to be clear to everyone watching. Mm-hmm. Just remember, the only shit talking I did was about Madden. So that's it. That's the only thing.
Solid.
And I stand behind
bro.
that.
Super solid, bro.
Yeah, I stand behind that.
Yeah.
But everything else, I try to be a humble dude.
Yeah. Well, we're working on fucking Rob Peloso to get Rob Peloso on the podcast. I mean, we're working him. I don't think it's ever going to happen. He's left me unread on Facebook since like March 23rd. So, we'll see if that ever happens. I want to try to get Chris Lamborghini's on here. Chris Lamborghini's. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it, but I'm trying real hard. I even made a Zero t-shirt to try to get him on, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. But, Bobby, plug your shit. I mean, you probably don't need to because you got all the people in India subscribed to your channel. But if there's anybody that's watching this that isn't privy to Bobby's channel, like Jason just asked, what channel should they be looking for on YouTube?
Yeah, okay. So I'll try to make it easy. First off, on YouTube, you can go to Journey of a New Entrepreneur. That's the YouTube channel. If you want to check out all my stuff, because I've got a podcast, I've got a course, I got shit like that. You can go to nobitchzone.com.
There you go.
Nobitchzone.com.
There you go.
You can check out all my shit on there. And but check me out on YouTube. We got a Facebook group called the No Bitch Zone. Some good shit.
You're the shit, Bobby. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks, Bobby.
Thank you guys.
We'll see you guys next Wednesday. Deuces.
See you.
Peace.